Hello, I'm Carmelita Greco, Republican congressional candidate in Michigan's 11th District. Michigan manufacturing has been the bread and butter of our communities. There's been an overall decline in manufacturing jobs over the last 40 years as China and others have offered more competitive pricing and manufacturers went overseas for business. This has hit Michigan hard, and we have struggled to make a comeback. The 2008 recession also had an impact on vulnerable manufacturing companies. The larger companies like GM and Chrysler received bailouts, while smaller companies crumbled under the weight of debt. As an advocate for bringing back Michigan manufacturing jobs, I sat down with manufacturer Alexander Erdey to better understand how I can help. Tell me a little bit about this community as well, Livonia, and the manufacturing and the jobs that are
in this part of Wayne County.
Mm-hmm.
We have along the I-96 corridor from basically downtown Plymouth to almost the other side of Redford, from Plymouth Road up to I-96, is basically 11 square miles of solid manufacturing. That manufacturing is critical to everybody, but it's at the whim of some rather low-level politicians that can make it go away and make it miserable for businesses to be here. And if it's not managed correctly, it's going to be like other parts of Detroit. It's going to go away. As a crown jewel of Southeast Michigan manufacturing, the local cities, Plymouth, Redford, they don't really care about us. Okay, we're here, raise their taxes, do this. We're not really on their target. But we're the basis for everything. Most programs given by the government are absolutely worthless for most businesses because they cost more to manage.
Okay. What kind of policies would be beneficial to help revive manufacturing?
The biggest thing for a long time is manufacturers have never been really welcomed. We're considered the relative you hide in the attic. Okay. Because we're not trendy enough. We don't use education. We don't do this. It's just a factory job, and they have to change the attitude.
Okay.
Back then, everybody got up every day and went to work. If you didn't have a job, you knew somebody at the plant, you went down there and, Mrs. Smith, how come Johnny's not working? Oh, well, you go down there, they'll find something for him. You get up every day and you went there. That was the society. You went to work. And then, we started, international trade and the idea that the government pays American companies to send work to Guatemala or Mexico or somewhere else. That's not right. You get tax incentives if you export your jobs.
So this is, overall, it looks like it's a shift towards globalism. There's policies that have been created over the years.
Right. They're trying to take the European Union of
model
of large decision making for companies and guaranteeing them the business and no competition.
Okay.
Which is bad for the workers because the workers, you can't shift products. The products have no competition.
Okay.
So you're stuck buying from this company only or one or two companies.
And it also favors the big guy, the corporate
favors the big guy in the established group.
Okay.
Globalism is a problem. You need free trade is good, but you do need to protect your own.
You are a big supporter of President Trump?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
How do you feel he's done with the economy and
he's done very well considering most of Washington has been against him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's true. Very true.
He has, I believe he has too many people in the White House or advising him that are career politicians. They're more interested in their careers than they are helping the president or the people.
I also want to ask you again about just the executive order from Governor Whitmer. How has that affected your business, or what are your thoughts on the executive order?
It turned out to be, maybe a few things, schools or restaurants are wearing some masks might have been a good idea, but when it became known that she was really trying to become vice president candidate for Biden, she went into just being a total tyrant. We saw that when the people protested about that she was doing something wrong. She just threatened the people.
Right.
And if you have a governor that has to threaten the people to stay in power, that's a tyrant.
Right.
And she's obviously incompetent and lost control of what she's doing. But, part of the Democratic Party was to ruin the economy for Trump. And she became part of the governors are going to decide. Well, her decision was shut everything down because I'm here for myself. What she forgot is she works for us, and most of the elected officials have forgotten that.
I
That they
agree.
work for the people. They are not our leaders. We tell them what to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I want to thank you for
Okay.
thank you for meeting me.